What's up, fools? So we all know the news that Bungie has split from Activision. Well, according to an inside source, upon hearing this news, Bungie employees cheered and popped champagne. Ladies and gentlemen, we've split from Activision. Now let's get into the news. Now let's start with that damn Niobe Labs puzzle. In the end it took 81 arse-numbing hours to complete. And do you know why it took so long? Because the puzzle was actually glitched. Bungie revealed a crucial in-game clue was missing. Upon realising this, the studio provided a hint to help solve the puzzle. Twitch streamer Glad and his team were the first to get the job done. His reward, the exotic armory forged ghost shell and the hubris of Niobe emblem. Now if you want to attempt this puzzle for yourself, I've linked a full video guide in the description box below. 81 effing hours, mate. And while we're on the subject of forges, I'm gonna flex on you fools, not once, but twice. So yeah, I got Yutun to drop from forging a powerful frame in the Bogosia Forge. Have that, you slag. And check out this absolute monstrosity. Can I get a yeet? Yeet. Thank you. A curated hammerhead. It dropped fully masterworked after I forged a powerful heavy machine gun in the Bogosia Forge, and I gotta say, a Papa console is in love. Armor-piercing rounds, feeding frenzy, rampage, and the gorgeous Bogosia Night shader. Let's watch this filthy beast in action. Now this thing cuts through trash mobs like a hot knife through butter, and thanks to the rampage perk, kills grant increased damage. It's so easy to max stack your rampage and take advantage of that additional damage, and kills also increase reload speed, meaning you're never out of the action for long. And it's for these reasons that this curated hammerhead has taken up permanent residence in my heavy slot. And no, that's not a euphemism, you filthy degenerates. Now we ain't done with the forge shenanigans just yet. I got some forge emblems to drop from turning in daily Black Armory bounties. Now come January 29th, which is the date of Bungie's next game update, the way you'll earn forge emblems will change. When the update drops, forge emblems will be awarded when completing a forge, not from bounties. We'll talk about what other more significant changes are coming in the January update a little later in this video. In the meantime, I want to pay Tess Everest a visit. Right then, so as you can see, Tess Everest has a brand new Visions of Iron bundle. Now if we go into the bundle, we can see that there are 3 new ghost projections. Now you can only get these ghost projections within this bundle. The thing is, this bundle costs £8 if you're in the UK or $10 if you're in the US, so it's actually quite damn expensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this so you don't have to. I'm going to look at whether or not these ghost projections are worth it. I'm thinking probably not, but let's have a damn look. Okay then, so here's the bundle. Let me open it, let me get the projections out of this thing, and then we're going to try them on. There we go, let's try them on now. Okay then, so here's the Iron Banner Wolf projection. It's got a nice little flaming ring around it. Let's look at the others. And here's the Iron Banner Battle Axe. Again, it's got that flaming ring around it. And finally, we have the Iron Banner symbol. Now the question is, was this worth $10? No, it wasn't. And now for some interesting tweets. This one from Bungie. Matchmaking settings in competitive Crucible have been updated to attempt to match players closer in glory rank. Players may experience longer matchmaking times. We'd love to hear your feedback on these changes. Next up, this tweet from Bungie's game director Luke Smith. Guardians make their own fate. Now this is noteworthy for 2 reasons. 1, it was posted the same day Bungie announced its split with Activision, and 2, Luke Smith rarely tweets about Destiny. And here's some more Luke Smith news. In Bungie's latest blog post, good old Smithy Poo shed some light on the future of the Destiny franchise. Here's what he had to say. Hey everyone, I wanted to share 3 things on behalf of the Destiny team today. First, our sincere thanks to the people at Activision who've helped bring Destiny to our players. High Moon Studios for their wonderful collaboration on Forsaken, and Vicarious Visions who helped establish a Destiny community on PC, worked with us on Warmind, and who is currently readying their Destiny swan song with content that will appear in an upcoming season. Second, in the short term, we're continuing to build the content we've promised for the annual pass. We've learned a lot from Black Armory that we will apply to future releases, most notably that we'd like the beginning experiences of content drops to be a better point of convergence for the player base. In Black Armory, we set the power requirement for the first forge too high, and that meant it wasn't a great chance to jump into some new content. We want to find the line between new content that many players can play and aspirational content for players to progress toward. We're exploring improvements to catch-up mechanics for players in upcoming seasons. And third, long term, Bungie's committed to Destiny. We created the universe and we hold its future entirely in our hands. The vast majority of the team is hard at work envisioning future experiences, enemies, and ways to play the Guardian you've been building since 2014. We're going to keep doing that. We're thinking about what it means to be truly independent, what it means to self-publish, and crucially, what Destiny's future can now look like for our players. It was a busy fall and it's going to be a busy year. When I look ahead and think about Destiny and where it could go, I see a bright future with roots in a memorable past. Not everything has been lost in the dark corners of time. See you soon, Luke. So yeah, there are some very interesting points in Luke Smith's public address. High Moon Studios and Vicarious Visions, both Activision-owned studios, will no longer be working with Bungie in the future. Having said that, Vicarious Visions has one last piece of content to deliver before they part ways with Bungie, most likely the upcoming Penumbra DLC. You can also expect future content to be accessible from day one, not locked behind a brutal Niobe Labs style puzzle. Those of you concerned that Bungie's capitulating to the casual audience and making things too easy, well, you need not worry. Endgame content is still gonna be hard, something that only the most dedicated players will complete. Bungie just wants to strike a balance that will allow both the casual and the hardcore player to enjoy new content on day one. Now, Luke Smith ends his address on a positive note about the future, how Bungie with its newfound independence is free to forge its own path. His exact words: "When I look ahead and think about Destiny and where it could go, I see a bright future." So what do we know about Destiny's future content? Let's take a look. The future. On January 29th, the exotic quest for Last Word goes live. Also on the 29th, a game update that's gonna introduce some pretty significant changes. 9 supers are getting buffed, so 2 are auto rifles, scout rifles, and sniper rifles. 3 exotic weapons are also getting tweaked. Legend of Acrius will get a cheeky range and damage buff, while Telesto and Wave Splitter are getting nerfed. Full details in the description box below. Then on February 5th, we have Crimson Days, which is the last season of the Forge content. Then from March to May is the season of the Drifter and Joker's Wild. Now, you may not know this, but Bungie held a pretty low-key event at their studio in which they invited out a selection of content creators. One of them was this guy Benj, who according to Bungie has logged more hours on Gambit than any other player in the world, over 240 hours just in case you were curious. Now, it's worth noting that Joker's Wild will add a new Gambit experience, so it seems as though Bungie is enlisting the help of seasoned players to gather their perspective on the new Gambit content. And then from June to August, we have the season of the Shadow and Penumbra, which concludes the content contained in Forsaken's annual pass, which leaves us with the question, what comes next? Well, this is where things get a little more vague. With Activision out of the picture, Bungie no longer has to comply with a forced content schedule. The studio is now independent and it can, within reason, take its time to drop the next big release. Cast your mind back to September 2014 when Destiny first launched. A year later, in September 2015, we got The Taken King. In September 2016, we got Rise of Iron. In September 2017, the big sequel dropped, Destiny 2, and in September 2018, Forsaken launched. So what does September 2019 hold? Are we going to get yet another big content drop, or will Bungie ditch this formulaic release schedule in favour of something new? Regardless of how Bungie proceeds, the world will be waiting to see how the studio's first independently made Destiny content will perform. Without Activision to take the brunt of the criticism, Bungie will now have full responsibility for the content it delivers from here on in. Now, no doubt there will be missteps like we saw with Niobe Labs, but what about things like microtransactions? Will certain items continue to be locked behind a paywall like those Iron Banner projections we saw earlier in the video, or will Bungie make all items earnable in-game rewards and give players the additional option to purchase certain vanity items rather than forcing them to do so? And what about Destiny 3? Will there even be a Destiny 3? Or will Bungie continue to expand upon what they already have, adding to the existing universe rather than building an entirely new sequel? Whether you love or loathe Destiny, there's no denying that it's been one hell of a journey with potentially the best yet to come. As ever, I'll be here to keep you updated with what's going on. Okay guys, so check this out. I've been sitting on these 5 dawning engrams for over a month now. Now if I inspect these engrams, I can see that I need 4 items. There are 3 exotic items that I need and 1 player emote. So basically I have 5 chances to get these 4 items, so it's not looking good for your boy Papa Console. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Test Everest and hope that we get those 4 items that we need. So let's open these dawning engrams, fingers crossed, let's get some exotics and that player emote. A booyaxi, not a good start. So basically everything needs to hit now, otherwise we are effed forever. Nope, can we get anything from these items or they are lost forever. Okay, we got one of the exotics. Can we get the player emote? That would actually be quite nice. That's what I actually really want. Here we go. We didn't get it, so we've got one more chance to get one of those goddamn items. Let's go. A Booyaxi. We got fuck all, so that's not a good sign. Let's just open this trash up as well. See what other useless items we get. We got a cringe emote. What else do we got? We got the Kingmaker weapon ornament. Anything else? Anything else at all? No, I'm disappointed with that. Let's move the F on. The postmaster is completely full. I don't give a shit. So yeah, thanks for watching and thanks for getting this channel to over 900,000 subscribers. That's right, 2019 may be the year that we finally hit the big milli, and if we do, I promise I'm going to do something cool with you guys. Now, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a cheeky thumbs up. It helps the video get seen by more people and lets me know that you like this kind of content. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks again for watching, and we'll speak again very soon.